All right, guys, welcome back. We got another one. Let's roll, baby.
Yeah,
top five.
Raw and uncut.
Another top five for you.
We got the dog walking around. What's today's top five, Sal?
Top five, we got best top time savers. For us.
Time savers.
For us. And hopefully this will save you guys some time.
Yeah, might as well be called money savers too.
Oh, yes, sir.
Money makers.
Money
time
makers.
savers, money makers. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're gonna keep this short and sweet. The last one was like an hour. That shit was way too long. Let's jump right into it. The top five time savers for us. What's number what?
Cordless.
Cordless, going cordless or battery operated. None of these are in specific order. They're all equally valuable to us. They save us a bunch of time. But cordless, cordless is one of those ones where we were on the fence about it at first, but once we got the cordless backpack, we kind of knew the advantages of what cordless can do for us. We want to talk about getting right into something. As soon as you're done deconning your car, drying it, like that, you're ready to go with your polishing cordless. If you're vacuuming cordless, Sal could jump out of the car and start vacuuming.
Yeah, when we got those interiors only.
Yeah, he could jump out literally. Turn the key as I'm setting up. Sal's already done with the vacuum. So you tell me how valuable that is if you're running a two-man crew. Or if you're running a one-man crew, you can have the because we have the little Makita backpack. You have the backpack on while you're tornadoing.
Easy. Makes easy work. It gives us advantage in starting a little earlier. We don't have to worry about running the generator.
Yes.
Because everything's battery power. So we got that 5 a.m., 5:30 start time.
Saving money on the gas and the generator because you're using less power. And let's keep it real. When you got the generator and the vacuum running, that's a lot of noise. That vacuum is louder than the generator.
Yeah, and then the guys they focus on the vacuum, so they got the big boy. They got the 5-gallon joint. You know what I mean? Makes all kinds of noise.
Yeah, the big long hose, like a 50-foot hose.
People, I need a reel for the hose, and the hose takes up so much space in your rig.
So now we're talking about space maximization. So you got money making, time saving, space maximizing. So with all of those, I can't see any downside. The downside is the suction power. You have less suction power, but you shouldn't be reliant on that much suction out of your vacuum anyway. If you're using you should be using compressed air, even if you're using brushes to brush most of the debris up or gathering it. Make it in one little pile, so all we gotta do is vacuum that one little pile, and it's a wrap. So you don't have to rely on your vacuum as much as most people do.
We try not to rely on the generator.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So as soon as we get to shut the generator off, we know it's quitting time. So
yeah.
So we got a battery powered vacuum, polisher, drill. What else do we got?
What else we got in here?
All the stuff that's battery powered, right?
Pump spray.
Oh yeah,
the pump sprayer. Yeah. The IK pump sprayer with the foam. We had the compressed air one. Don't get it. Don't waste your money on it. You end up pumping that thing more than you're using the compressed air out of it because the compressed air goes so quickly. So you can't even get 4 rims out of it if you're trying to get the barrels and stuff out of one refill.
The IK,
the battery joint,
the big boy,
it's worth the money. I'll tell you that. We've had it for a few weeks now, and we bought it used from, shout out to Gary, Stay Slick, our boy in Fresno. He was getting rid of some stuff. We've been using it for about 3 weeks. We've used it on our fleets. We use it on our touchless washes, and we use it when we work early in the morning because, again, if we're on location, we don't have to, we're not turning on the generator. We're not turning on the pressure washer. We're not turning on.
That's 3 minutes of no generator.
Yeah.
3 to 5 minutes of no generator on. So I think we can do a whole video just on the Makita backpack alone. And we're going to link all this battery stuff.
We'll link everything that we use, guys. We've kept everything Makita that we use, So we're getting a heat gun that's Makita, so we can do certain things on site, that people need. Because people ask us, can you take decals off this and that? And again, we already have the Makita batteries. I bought the Makita batteries first because I was looking for a drill and I wanted the fastest charging batteries. And the Makita batteries, compared to other batteries, charge super fast. So whatever your preference is, if you're a DeWalt guy, Milwaukee guy, Makita guy, none of that really matters. I was looking at, efficiencies. I'm looking to optimize my usage with what with what with the tools I have. So when it comes to Makita, the batteries are quick.
Cordless. Save some time and power. Get money.
Yes. Number 2, the Clean Korea drying towel. How many times have we talked?
We talk about Clean Korea a lot.
And a lot of guys still don't use you know why you don't hear guys talk about it? It's because they're not getting paid to talk about it. That's what it is. Because nobody's throwing them free clean shit like they are this other garbage. You know what I mean? Like there's no affiliate stuff with Clean. It's one of those staples. It's when I talk to people, especially like in the hip hop community, that people that understand things, I tell them, I say the Clean Korea is like a Technics 1200 turntable. Like that thing is a staple. That thing's gonna hold it down for you. It's consistent. It's a tank. Like that thing will last for a very long time, and it's gonna keep giving you that consistent quality. And I can't tell you how much time every time we have to use something other than Clean,
it's a problem.
It's a terrible experience when we go and help guys on site, or if we're doing training. And sometimes these trainings are sponsored and they don't have Clean Korea towels. It's like, Jesus, like you almost want to say something to the reps, like, hey man, like, can we fix this or can we? It's just the difference is that big, and there's always going to be the guys saying, oh well, this towel's the same.
You tried Jet 3 500. You know what I mean? It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is. That's all we're gonna say is it's not the same.
Saves us time.
Yeah.
Saves the time. Go get money. Lasts a long time.
Yes.
As far as durability.
Yes.
How long we're on this towel?
The oldest
2 years?
The oldest Clean is over 2 years. I want to say because we made a video about it.
Why? And
people were like, "Hey, well, let me know how it holds up in 6 months."
Okay.
Hey, I'm telling you how it's holding up after 2 years, and it's holding it down. It's holding it down. So,
and there's cats in the game that said they have over 7. It just makes me mad that we didn't find Clean Korea.
To talk about the money saving, not just the time saving, the money savings.
How much drying towels you guys have bought?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was buying a lot of drying towels. Even in that video, I think I show a stack of like 7 or 8 at the very beginning, and all of them shits are done. It's all Clean, man. We don't mess around. We do have a couple
we won't say no names. We do got a couple. We do it for grimy work. That's what they use those on the fleets. We do it for
this is wrong. We do it for the back of the torno covers.
Yes. Yes.
There's certain things that Clean don't touch. Let's just put it that way. The Clean, we don't go like one of these other brands. I don't mind taking one of their drying towels to the exhaust tips if needed.
Yes.
But a Clean,
I could use that drying towel to wipe off the rim.
Yeah. But a Clean, no. So yeah, time saver number 2, Clean Korea drying towel. Go get one.
Number 3, I'd like this one. You shout out to all the old school detailers on this one because as they put us up on game, Mr. Detail. Whew. You want to save some time?
Yeah.
And a whole lot of headache? Acid.
Acid, yeah. This is a very this topic doesn't get talked about enough. There's acidic cleaners. But when we say acid, we mean acid. Like we mean like some deep cleaning action acid, like some crazy, some uncut, not a mixed dedicated wheel cleaner that's acid based. We're talking straight acid. And of course you're gonna dilute that acid. You're not gonna use it straight. I guess you can in some cases. But one of the reasons we don't talk about this subject is because there's too many idiots out there that if we're out there talking about acid, they're going to try to use it and they're going to mess some shit up. And I see guys out there now using it that weren't using it before. And it's a matter of time before they mess some shit up because...
Or they don't know they're messing stuff up.
Yeah.
They don't know it yet.
Oh, yeah, they don't know because that acid is corroding everything.
So we ain't going to talk about all the bad stuff about acid. Yeah. We're just saying it saves us time on those high performance brakes, those
yes, especially on the satin or matte finished rims with like you got like Mercedes AMG,
the M series. Oh man,
like any of those high performance wheels, a Jaguar, a Bentley, anything like that, like you need to use acid. Otherwise, you'll be washing a rim 3-4 times. You hit it with some acid, and I'm talking just the barrels. And I wouldn't recommend using. You just gotta read the directions because you can't use acid on everything. You can mess some stuff up, and a lot of stuff out there, guys, that looks chrome. You'll know quick if it's chrome or not. You hit it with some acid because that shit will start swelling and separating from the material, and you'll be in some trouble. So, like we said, you could tear some shit up with some acid, but you could also be very effective with it. It's just like any other tool or product. You know, it could do amazing things, but it's like a drug. You know what I mean? Drugs all started out as medicine until drugs all started out as medicine until somebody took it a little too far. You know, and then it became illegal.
Acid is fentanyl.
Yeah. So acid can save you a bunch of time, guys. Bunch of time, bunch of headaches, but you got to read the directions and you got to be safe with that stuff. Dude, that stuff will tear you up. It won't just tear up materials. It will tear you up. And breathing that stuff, getting it in your eyes, getting it in your mouth, using it in the wind. Like, there's a lot of times where you don't. There's more times where you don't use acid than when you do. Like, very, very small amount of the time we use acid. But when you need it, it's good to have. And for full disclosure, I have damaged things permanently from acid. My windows on my personal vehicle are etched.
Quit playing games. Acid. Save some time as needed on the right stuff.
Yeah.
Next one. Quality pre-wash.
Number 4, quality pre-wash. So we've tried degreasers, we've tried APCs, we've tried touchless solutions on the we've tried dedicated bug and tar removers. We've tried pretty much everything that's on the market that swears that they are good and that they make a difference when it comes to pre-washes.
Let's say a lot of them are mediocre.
Yeah.
And there's some that are better than others, but some that missed. But those better than other ones, they kind of missed the mark for us.
Yeah, nothing is impressive. Let's just put it that way. Nothing is impressive. And if something is impressive, it's
dangerous.
No, and if something is impressive, unfortunately, the stuff, it's not consistent. It'll be good on like to a certain level, but you know, we have found a pre-wash that we really, really like. And you know, before, like I said, we've used acid-based cleaners, we've used alkaline-based cleaners, we've used things that are pH neutral. We've used different brushes. We've used different sponges, dedicated tools for the front of vehicles, the mirrors, the windshields. But I think now we've fallen across something that just really cuts everything. And it's a high alkaline cleaner. And this one is going to be in our pick for a quality pre-wash to save you guys time. That saves us a ton of time. Is going to be Coach Chemi's Super Foam. This stuff is kind of hard to find. Casey gave me a couple samples, and I tried to get some more from the closest distributor. They were out. I tried to order some from a couple other people. They were out. We went to a couple detail shops that were close.
That's how good it is. It's always sold out.
Yeah, they were sold out. And so I reached out to my man Scott at Detail Division, and he had a couple on hand, so I picked that up real quick. And this formula states 1 to 50 ounces. So you know, with the 1 to 50 dilution, that's going to stretch pretty far. This stuff is pretty strong. It's high up there on the pH scale. It's stronger than Actifoam, and I think Actifoam is a 9. So it's pretty high up there, so you got to be careful with it. Obviously, you don't want to put it on plastic trims. You don't want to put it on sensitive areas. You want to use it in, in shade and on a cool surface. All of those things need to be very highly monitored when you are using this. But let me tell you, this stuff cleans like no others. Like, we use this for our pre-soak on our wheels and for the whole front ends of the vehicles. And if there's no running boards, or if there's no black trim on the bottom rocker panel areas of the vehicle, then we'll hit those as well. But if you have that black trim, like on the Suburbans, any kind of running boards, like on the Escalades and stuff, it's gonna wash those blacks out, so they're gonna turn gray. or you're going to discolor.
Well, and that's why I said before dangerous, because we have damaged some stuff with pre-washes too.
Yes.
Piano blacks and black vehicles. And
and that was commercial grade stuff too. So it did more damage, even at those times. A lot of those did more damage. And I'm like, okay, well, I got this damage that I got to polish out. But on top of that, I still had bugs on the front of the car. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's working aggressive on the wrong things. And of course, it's chemistry. You can't make chemistry to just gonna clean whatever surface it is, you know, pretty much at the same level. But depending on the breakdown and the, you know, the origin.
You know what? I'm gonna hit in what they're gonna talk about in the comments. There's other stuff that you could get that's cheaper and do the same work. Get ready for that one. You know what I mean?
Whatever, guys. Yeah. Oh, I just use super clean. It's good. That works, but we're not here to tell you about what works.
We're saving time.
We've used that also, and that did not save us time. We're still sitting there scrubbing. We're still on some cases, yes. You know, whatever.
Yeah, it comes to a point you're gonna have to scrub. Just period, right? It's on some things.
I'm gonna throw a bonus on here.
I think I had another bonus too.
So quality pre-wash. Guys, if you haven't tried the Coach Chemi Super Foam, check it out. The Active Foam is off the chain too.
Smells nice.
Yes. Active Foam is good. We've gone all of our soaps and pre-washes, anything that touches the exterior of the vehicles is Coach Chemi at this point with us. Because their system, their pre-wash system and their soaps, to me, soaps were never a big deal until I started messing with these. Like, I even put the PNS Frostbite up against some of the Coach Chemis. Nah, I'm cool with that. Like, and the dilution ratios are on point with the Coach Chemi. So you're actually getting a lot more value for what you're paying. You know, the soaps you may find a soap that's $29, $40, and it's a smaller container, but you're using half the product. So it makes sense. Because I got a heavy pour. I like pouring a little extra. Even with my heavy pour, it's stretching a lot longer. You know, the 1 liter is stretching a lot longer than some of these gallons that I've used in the past. Shout out to Casey for putting us on game. And you guys go get that Super Foam. We'll link it in the description. Let us know how you like it, because for us, we do a lot of farm trucks and stuff around here. You know, when we're on site working on for some of these ranchers, and man, some of those trucks get beat up. You want to talk about some heavy. So if you're in those heavy agricultural areas, for you Fresno boys, for you boys out there in Bakersfield, for you boys in the Central Valley, or you guys in the Midwest, Super Foam.
And then for you boys that your maintenance detailing game is tight, you want to look into the Coach Chemi soap too, because
you could get away if you got your protection on point. There's a few that you can go touchless
for the whole car, rims and tires included.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that's all dilution ratio. It's all based on the vehicle, but you can do that with your maintenance because you know how those cars are going to respond, and you know how well protected they are. So if you try to do that, in most cases, you're probably going to be wasting time. We like it as a pre-wash, but when our maintenance cars are in really, really good condition, we're going touchless with some Coach Chemi stuff.
All right, so that's good. Coach Chemi soap. Link in the description below.
Link in the description below.
Number 5 that we have, very underrated, and I don't know why this doesn't get used as much as it should be, is we have a detailing cart.
Yeah, we have about 4 carts that are always in rotation, that are either at the studio or at, in the van, or I think Sal has one at his house. I had one in the backyard for a while. Like, they're good to have. They're good to have in a shop because there's always stuff you could, not only for storage, but you could, you got stuff, that you need to stack and just kind of push away. It's out of the way. It's on a cart, a workstation. If there's something that you're working on, like if you're doing chip repair, if you're doing touch up, or if you're polishing, you have everything, a ceramic coating. Like, I can't imagine doing a ceramic coating without a cart.
Right. You got to, where do you place your
Yeah,
stuff?
like, okay, I got to walk across the studio to the table and go grab. That it just makes no sense.
It's on wheels.
Yeah.
So when need be, we got to move it around the vehicle. Yeah. No problem.
And I've seen the guys that have the little, the little 3D printed things that have the little, you put the coating in and the towel applicator. I get that, but like, place that on a cart. Like I see most of them do it, but I also have seen guys that put that on a towel on top of the car. But then you're leaning a certain way, and it's safer, more organized. I use carts in the restaurant industry. I use the cart in the retail industry. I use the cart in the medical industry. If you have inventory or tools,
it's an assistant. Yeah. How about that?
And I'm sure you use a cart in warehousing,
oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah,
like you got to. Like
that's what we do.
Yeah, even when I was younger and I worked at the lumberyard, we had a cart. Like every job site pretty much needs a cart.
Okay, so when you take your kids to soccer game, football game, what does everyone have now? A cart.
Oh yeah, they got a cart with
all. You got a cart for everything. You go to the park, go to the park.
You got
go to the beach, you got a cart.
Yeah.
You go shopping, you got a shopping cart.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a detail. It's our detailing cart, but it could be any cart. It's on wheels. Yeah. And we always talk about space optimization. We have everything small and compact for a reason. Yeah. The car we got, it's foldable, but we don't have it. It's fully set up, so that way when we get to the job site, we just take the whole cart out. We don't waste no time folding and collapsing and break down, none of that. So collapsible cart.
Yeah. So
save some time. Can we talk about what we have on our cart?
Yeah, if you want,
yeah. So we have our cart, right? It's 3 tiers. We have our polishing bag in it, which is a time saver in itself, but we have another one. We have our big boy blower on it with the hose.
With the hose.
We have our Makita backpack.
Yeah.
So the Makita backpack, they go hand in hand. It's small, compact. It goes right in our cart. We don't have to worry about a hose. We have all our extra batteries. We have our drill set on there. We hang all the stuff on the cart as far as chemicals that are in our detailing bag. Yeah. Tire shine, window cleaner or applicator pads.
Yeah.
We have the cart. The cart is now our mobile rig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
we're not running back. We don't run back to the...
We run back to the cart, which is 1 step versus 10 steps.
Yeah, we don't. Once we unload, which only takes us about probably a minute and a half. Once we unload and unravel everything and turn the power on, it's about a minute.
That's another video. We're gonna show you a video.
It's about a minute to a minute and a half, and everything's ready to go. At that point, the vacuum everything is out. We're not running.
Our
back.
Trash can is on there.
The only thing that's not on there is the steamer.
Right.
That's the only thing that's not on there is a steamer. Because we don't use a steamer,
right?
But we use all of those pretty much on every detail, so that's why they're on the cart. That's an operational process that we optimized, and you got to play with that because depending on your detailing style and what you use, you're not going to want to have something on your cart taking up real estate, for something that you use a small, fraction of the time in your overall business. Like there's no point in having that in there. I used to, when I was running solo, I used to have my wash buckets on my cart. Mm. So I had my wash buckets on my cart. I had the chemicals that I needed. I had everything. And this cart, and I want to say when I first started, there was only a few guys on YouTube that were using carts, and all of them, and most of them were in shop settings. I didn't really see any mobile guys. And I started pulling out the cart, and pretty much everybody has this cart here. You know what I mean? There's been a few things that were time saving and storage wise because I wasn't doing detail industry stuff. I was buying stuff that made sense, to the business that made it faster and more optimized. So the cart, I didn't see anybody with that cart before. So when I got it, I started seeing it getting blown up, everywhere. And, but it's a great cart. It breaks down. Even the tables, like you see guys out there with tables now. There really wasn't anybody out there with tables. I don't see a lot of them out there with tables.
Workstations are.
We've always had workstations. Yeah. Like it would be, the job would suck to not have a workstation. Cart, I guess you could. it is a mobile workstation, you know, like you can clear off that top and make that your station. There's effective ways to set up and to be efficient even on site, because we're in and out, man. And that's something that people don't realize. That's wear and tear on your body, back and forth lifting. Sometimes these vacuums are in weird places. How many times do you have, you know, how many people have we seen where the vacuum hoses burn because of the generator, or they just don't have space for it? They're just like, oh, I got this big old 50-foot reel, or they just realize they don't need all of that.
I gotta get a new hose because my hose damaged.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's just headache after headache after headache.
I guess we could just talk about the whole business being a time saver, because everything that we do is for time. But these are 5 that we picked.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you build your business based off of optimization. So, you know, and all of this stuff, this is why we're able to finish the job in half the time than the average detailer. When people ask us, oh, well, how are you so fast? I'm like, it's really difficult to explain, because it's literally everything we do.
Yeah.
You know, because they may be like, oh, well, what are you doing differently than me? We're doing the same thing. No, we're really not. We're really not. The process is completely different. And when guys work with us, they see it. They're just like, man, you guys are on it. It's well thought through. Everything is intentional. There's nothing kind of going by. We don't waste any time doing nothing. So yeah, time saver, cart. Get yourself a cart. If you don't have a cart, get one. Even when I was running out of the Baja, I had a cart. So there should never be a time where you don't have a cart. Shop or mobile, whatever. Have a cart.
But it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 a.m. We finished 2 jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And we're here doing this video.
Yeah.
Time saver with all these things that we said.
And we stopped at the coffee shop, hung out, and we went and dropped off a sample bottle of Coach Kimmy to our boy at the gas station who...
Yeah, so these are talking about real time savers.
Yeah, we've been chilling. And we made up this 5 list, and we're recording a video. So we want to talk about productivity and optimization. Doing all this before 10 o'clock. The video will probably be out tomorrow. So
now I got time to go home, get a haircut, take 2 naps. You know what I mean? Clean the house a little bit. All right. Extra credit.
So we're going to hit you with a little bonus right now.
I can't read that.
Yeah, I could already feel a decrease in stress, specifically on Sal. And during the summertime, we haven't had any issues really. And this is going to be the glass cleaner that we use now.
Oh yes.
The Bill Hammer. The Bill Hammer Traceless.
Word. Shout out to Triple C's again.
Yeah.
Put us on that one. Man.
Yeah, this one, it's gotten to the point where I ask Sal, like, hey, is it still going good? Like, everything's still good with the with the Traceless? And he's almost just like, what do you mean? Like, it's like, if there was problems, he'd be like, oh yeah, I had a problem yesterday or this and that. He's just like, nah, man, everything's good. Everything is good. Like, almost like he's used to it going so smooth where there's no interruptions anymore. You know, like there's almost nothing for you to reference as far as like, oh, I was having trouble with this. It's not.
All the things still apply when cleaning glass, right? It's going to suck when you have a hot window. That's just, you know what I mean? You can't have soiled towels. However, this helps out. Now we're doing windows. Yeah, we don't have enough window towels. Just give me a towel. Yeah. I'm confident with this Traceless stuff where I can get it out with 1 towel.
Yeah, like it gives you more cushion.
Right.
Like you don't have to be. Well, Sal's very good at cleaning glass. He spent over a year like really researching and trying all the different methods of glass cleaning out there. So he's real meticulous with his glass cleaning because he had to learn to be, because you have to be to get really good glass. And with this, I think he could be a little bit more lenient. He doesn't have to be, the rules don't have to be as strict because it cleans up that much better, right? Mm-hmm. So
it's like having a great employee. You less checking up to do. You know they're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're a little confident that it's gonna do its job a lot better. So
but definitely, if you use Traceless on a hot panel on the piano black, whoa, stay away from that.
Yeah, there's some things that we're still learning about it, and that was one of them. Sal had noticed. He's like, okay, if there's overspray,
You got to spray the towel.
or and we lay things down before we start spraying. It's not like we're spraying recklessly, but there's times, overspray happens, or maybe the trigger has a leak. That happens over time, especially in the heat. So just be careful with that stuff, guys. Anything touching a material that's not supposed to, always take caution. Especially with stuff like the acid. The acid, window cleaner, even these alkaline cleaners. I think everything, all the chemistry that we talked about on here, it's specific for certain things, and you don't want to get it on things that that it's not meant for, because you can cause some damage, and a lot of that damage could be irreversible.
Those are our time savers, right?
So that's our top 5 time savers. Let us know how you guys are liking the top 5 series. We're going to keep it going. We got a few more categories that we're working on and getting out there for you guys. These are just quick things that make our job and our life easier. 5
of the many things that make our life easier.
And it's getting information out there quickly to you guys, because a lot of people are always asking, what about this? It's like, well, we'll just give you our top 5 list for these things. So stay tuned for the next top 5. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Go pick up some merch, support the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Whoa.
What?
August 23rd, August 24th, Salt Lake City, Utah, training.
Yes.
We got Shad. We got Jamie, J&G Recon. It's going to be dope. August 23rd, August 24th.
We will link that in the description as well. Catch you guys on the next one.